every time there's a need for automation, every time there's a need to streamline a certain workflow, this is where Helmut.Cloud comes into place. So it's a cloud product, it's a SaaS product, it lives in the cloud. When we think of the content supply chain, we have all of these tools. You have your planning tool, you have your HR tool, you have your financial tools, you have your post-production tools. Some live in the cloud, some live on-prem. And the challenge is always the same. How do you pull all of those tools into a workflow that makes sense, that serves your needs? So the idea is that Helmut.Cloud brings all of the cloud applications that live out there, and there are more and more, and our customers have the need to move from on-prem to the cloud and from cloud to on-prem, and how do we bridge that gap? So the idea is that Helmut.Cloud is really here to bridge that gap between what happens in the cloud with the things that are happening inside your facility. And how can you do that in a very simple way? And that's a big challenge. And this is where Helmut.Cloud comes into place, because not only can we extend individual applications, like I demo with Frame.io, where we can from Frame.io change the status of an asset, and all of a sudden we can render that asset on my on-prem render farm. This is like extending the potential that a tool like Frame.io offers to their customers, but it goes far beyond that. At the heart of the workflow orchestration is Hi5, which is going to allow our customers to manage all of their events, all of their workflows, all of the events that come in from the external applications. And there we have like an event gateway, we have a way to save secrets, in an encrypted way. We give customers the option to set up their webhooks, again, in a very simple way, so the theme is always the same. And Hi5 is really at the heart of the orchestration. But when it comes to designing your business processes, designing your workflows, this is where the Stream Designer Studio comes into place. And this is the canvas where you just take the nodes that we have from our node catalog, and you just turn the idea that you have in your head into something that can be executed pretty much anywhere, in the cloud, on-prem, on a Mac, on a Windows. So this is where you design all of that logic. The idea behind the Stream Designer Studio is that you can define your workflows in a no-code way, which means that we have all of the nodes that you need to just design your stream. But there are cases, and we know that, where customers either have their own internal applications and we don't have nodes for that, or customers really want to design something very specific, and now they have the freedom to do that. So they can develop their own nodes. The nodes are theirs, are not ours. And they can just basically, encode all of the logic that they want to bring, as part of the node. And they can do that in the browser, which is something, pretty refreshing as well, and pretty unique. That within the same interface in the Stream Designer Studio, you can use our, out-of-the-box nodes, or you can create your own nodes if you have the need to. And then the third component is actually the agent. The agent is the workflow engine behind everything that is executing everything that comes in, everything that you design in Hi5. The engine is actually executing that on your local computer, on a cloud computer, and the agent is essentially what brings the workflow to life. We haven't designed Helmut.Cloud around any specific use case for the media industry. The product can be used across the board. And that's the idea, that we are an orchestration layer that is not tied to a specific vertical, but can be stretched to cope with any sort of workflow challenges. Because to be honest, in the media we have a lot of challenges, but there are other industries where they have different challenges, and they have workflow problems. How do they solve those problems? And Helmut.Cloud is really the solution that can stretch very easily to any sort of industry, workflow, any sort of challenge. And this is what we're trying to solve, is the workflow problem, not media workflow problems specifically. So Helmut.Cloud is a better way to build workflows.